Brazil 2008, Amazonian Special Forces face Lobo Hombre, a mysterious encounter in the jungle. In 2008, an unsettling and mysterious event unfolded deep within the dense jungles of the Amazon rainforest. A special forces unit from the Brazilian military, deployed for an operation aimed at neutralizing guerrilla groups in the region, found themselves not just fighting human adversaries, but a creature of legend, the Lobo Hombre, or Wolf Man. This terrifying cryptid, a hybrid of wolf-like ferocity and human-like intelligence, was reported to have stalked and ambushed the military personnel during their operation, leading to a chilling encounter that would be remembered for years to come. The Amazon rainforest has long been a place of mystery, with countless myths and legends stemming from its isolated and largely unexplored regions. Among the many cryptids said to inhabit the dense foliage, one of the most prominent and terrifying is the Lobo Hombre, a creature described as a gigantic wolf-like entity with human characteristics, capable of walking on two legs. In the 2008 encounter, this creature was reportedly spotted by Brazilian Special Forces soldiers while they were on a high-risk mission deep in the jungle. The soldiers, who were trained to handle some of the most dangerous environments on Earth, were startled when they began encountering large, unmistakable tracks in the mud, prints larger than that of any known animal in the region. Some soldiers were immediately uneasy, their instincts telling them that something unnatural was near. Despite their extensive experience, the idea of an unknown predator lurking in the jungle unnerved them. After several days of tracking their targets, the team began noticing strange signs of disturbance: animal carcasses torn apart, broken branches, and a sense of being watched. Late one night, the group was ambushed by a large humanoid creature, its silhouette massive and shadowed against the moonlight. It resembled a gigantic wolf, but with human-like hands and glowing eyes that seemed to pierce through the dark. The creature's movement was unnatural, effortlessly moving between trees and over obstacles as though it was one with the jungle. The soldiers reported hearing snarling growls, but when they attempted to fire at the creature, their weapons failed to land a hit. The Lobo Hombre appeared to evade their attacks with uncanny agility and intelligence, demonstrating a level of strategy that went beyond that of a mere animal. The Lobo Hombre, often associated with ancient indigenous folklore of the Amazon, is described as a shape-shifting, half-human, half-wolf entity. Legends speak of it being a spiritual guardian of the jungle, tasked with protecting the forests from invaders. Some stories suggest that it is a cursed human who, through dark rituals, became trapped in a monstrous form. Reports from the soldiers indicated that the Lobo Hombre exhibited intelligence far beyond that of a typical predator. It was as though it was toying with them, stalking from the shadows, observing their movements, and only attacking when it was most advantageous. This behavior suggests that the creature may have been more than just a wild animal. Some of the soldiers even claimed they heard words or sounds that resembled human speech in the chaos of the encounter. Could the Lobo Hombre be an ancient cryptid, living undetected in one of the most unexplored and dangerous places on Earth? Or was it something darker, an entity tied to the ancient tribes that once roamed the Amazon and conducted mysterious, now-forgotten rituals? The connection between indigenous shamanism and shape-shifting beings in the jungle is undeniable, and it's possible that the Lobo Hombre is a spiritual manifestation that rises in times of conflict or desecration of sacred land. After the terrifying encounter, The Brazilian military launched a high-level investigation into the incident, but the official report was strangely vague. The soldiers who survived the encounter were ordered to remain silent about the events that transpired. Several members of the special forces were shaken by the experience and reported feeling a sense of unease long after the encounter. Interestingly, in the aftermath, some soldiers claimed to have developed strange health symptoms, nightmares, feelings of being watched, and an increasing fear of the jungle. Several months later, some of these soldiers were reassigned to different missions, as their psychological well-being was called into question. One of the soldiers, who later went public, reported seeing the Lobo Hombre in his dreams, suggesting a possible connection between the cryptid and psychic disturbances. The Brazilian government has never confirmed the true nature of the creature the soldiers encountered. However, reports from both military personnel and locals living in the Amazon have continued to mention sightings of a similar creature in the years that followed. Local indigenous tribes have long claimed that the Lobo Hombre is not a myth, but a guardian spirit of the jungle, and that disturbing the natural balance of the land can summon it into existence.